right, can I get your name? And is this your first convention?
Yeah, my name's David Johnson. I go by DJ, and no, this is not my first con. First time at Momocon, but I go to Gen Con, Dave Con, Arnie Con. I'm one of the organizers for the Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo.
All right. Earlier you said you started or created a game. Can you just explain the game?
Sure, I've made a bunch of games. Halo, Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, Starfield, um, bunch of games. And now I own my own company called Undertone Effects. So I specialize in visual effects, so the muzzle flashes from guns, spells, explosions, all that stuff. And my company, Undertone Effects, we're sort of hired guns. Other studios hire us to do their effects for their games.
That is cool. Okay. Nice. What would you tell somebody who wants to be a gamer, who is into some of those games, who wants to start out um, maybe getting into some, more of the streaming stuff?
Yeah, so streaming games, I mean, really it just takes a passion and a computer, right? Or a console. Step one is just decide to do it. Step two is, you can download software like OBS or Streamlabs and just start, hit stream, right? You make a Twitch account, you set up a stream key and put it in OBS, you hit start, and then you're live. And yeah, you just begin if you're interested in doing that.
Of all the games that you created, which one is your favorite to play, or just favorite in general?
Let's see. I mean, it's hard to pick your baby. I was a huge Halo fanboy before I worked on it. I played a ton of Call of Duty. Those are amazing games. Still do to this day. I like Zombies mode with my buddies over. We do LAN parties and we'll set up a couple of TVs.
No, I'm walking.
Play zombies together.
Always.
There's a game I made called Shadowrun that is a special place in my heart. That was not a huge success, but it was a super fun game. There's still a avid little community that's running conventions to this day for a 15-year-old game now.
Okay. Are you Team Xbox or Team PlayStation?
I'm agnostic. I have floated between. I have both. I've had both of each of the generations for a long time now. I'm currently playing on Xbox more than PlayStation 5. Although when they first came out, I was leaning more PlayStation. The Ratchet and Clank game I thought was just tremendous. The way they were like bouncing between environments. That was something unique that you couldn't really do on the previous generations. So I found that super impressive, and it was just such a fun game. But lately I'm playing on Xbox and a lot of World of Warcraft on PC.
Alright, so before the professional success, what was your favorite game as a kid if you played?
Oh man, I would say the Ultima series is what really sparked my imagination and led to me being a game developer. On my Apple II when I was, like 5th grade, so 10 years old. My parents got an Apple II and I played Ultima 3. I never finished it, but then Ultima 4 was amazing, Ultima 5 was great. So I think that's probably the series I have the most fondness for.
And traveling so much, what is your favorite thing to hear from people who played your games growing up?
Yeah, I mean, it's just every time, a ton of people have played Call of Duty, right? 50 million, some of the earlier ones sold, over 100 million at this point. And it's just fun. It's fun to get reactions and just see the smile on people's face when they find. Usually it's my wife telling people you know what you did, right? I don't go around but she'll mention it to people, and then they'll shake my hand, they'll thank me for making it. So that's gratifying. That's fun.
Is there anything that you would like, any game developers, any potential game developers out there that wants to do that? What would you tell them?
Yeah, if somebody wants to get into game dev, if if you love to play games and think this might be something you want to do for a living, really download Unreal Engine or Unity and just start doing tutorials. I would say start with a modest goal. The best way to make something, to learn how to do something, is just to do it. So don't come at it like, okay, I'm gonna make the next World of Warcraft, or a massive, like, technically complex hurdle. Find something small, like learn, like just replicate or an old vintage arcade game like Tetris or something. Figure out how that is done, just to learn one of the game engines, the tools, how to get art into it, how to get sounds into it, the controls, the high score, resetting the game. So just come up with a small idea or replicate a small game, and just use that as sort of your first learning exercise. And just step through it. Like, all right, need to make game, YouTube, Unreal introduction, and start there. Then it's like, okay, Tetris. Like, I need blocks that fall. So I need to import a texture of a block, or Google how to make a texture of a block. So just it's a big, daunting process. Games are complicated and hard to do, but the way they get done is they just get chopped into tiny little tasks, right? I need a texture of a block. All right, well, let's do that. Do that in a day. You can figure that out. What's the next thing? I need to get it in the ink image. Then it has to move. Then I need a couple of different configurations of shapes. And you just sort of build one little tiny step at a time until the whole thing exists. So just download an engine, get started.
Last two questions. In the games that you've made, do you have a favorite character? I know a lot of people here have been cosplaying game characters from different video games. Do you have a favorite game character?
Favorite game character?
In general, it doesn't have to be one that you made.
As a Halo fan, I love me some Master Chief for sure. Ghost is pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd lean into Master Chief. He's awesome.
Okay. And where can people find you on socials if you have any?
Yeah, I Twitch. I do a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, which is why I'm here too. I Twitch 4 games a week and have a YouTube channel. Both of them on Twitch and YouTube are Undertone_DJ.